What did you just say?
Badass 98 KUPD.
Bert Kreischer is here with us this morning. Eric is out there this morning, 35th Avenue in Peoria, over at the Fry's. If you want to go out there and donate to the Operation Hydration, all that's going on there. Drop your water off with Eric at 35th Avenue in Peoria. Sign up for Desert Uprising tickets. We got Avenged Sevenfold, Volbeat. Do you like rock music at all, Bert? Are you
I do.
Rap guy? We got Alice in Chains, Jane's Addiction. This is a hell of a show.
Jane's Addiction?
Yeah, all that's coming. So, he's got them. Tickets to Desert Uprising out there with Eric. September 13th and 14th is when that happens. Bert Kreischer is at Stand Up Live tonight. Oh, there's Eric. You want to hear him talk, Bert? Yeah. Eric, are you there?
I am here.
There it is. The phones didn't work all morning. Bert is telling us stories about the Russian mafia.
Yes.
Yes.
I liked his hillbilly comment about your sister. You hit her with a shovel or daughter.
No, it was a dog. You don't hit your daughter with a shovel. That's a lesson.
Hit your sister with a shovel.
See, and this is what
try it that way.
Bert, this is a lesson you should learn in radio that not everybody picks up every word. So there's going to be a couple shovel kids today because of you.
So I shouldn't do that then.
Not anymore. Stop it immediately.
You won't be a redneck.
I think you hit him with a Cool Whip. I think you jam him with a jug of Cool Whip is what he meant when you
keep
punish
your
him.
nuts in a Cool Whip.
Yeah, put your nuts in the freezer. Are you all loaded up? Is everything gone, or what do you got going on?
Put your nuts in a Cool Whip container and then put them in the fridge.
Just stand there. And
if you just tuned in, you're like, what?
What's wrong with them?
Even if they're bad nuts.
You guys got to rewind and listen to the earlier part.
Yeah, we'll find it online. We'll podcast later. Eric, what do you got left?
We have a few T-shirts left, and we're still signing up for Desert Uprising, but other than that, we're running a little low on prizes.
Right.
So I'd get your butt down there. Operation Hydration, Johnny. We need water.
Okay.
Bring some more water by if you get a chance. So I'm here for the next 20 minutes or so at 35th Avenue in Peoria at the Fry.
All right, beautiful work. We'll talk to you later.
All right, man.
All right, Bert, I need to know now exactly what you're talking about. You were part of the Russian mafia for 10 years.
So wait, I can't believe I've never told you guys this story.
Maybe you did and we forgot. Wouldn't that be awful if you started?
Trust me.
Okay.
Trust me,
we wouldn't
definitely know this.
All right, go.
So wait, so this is 1995. I was going to school at Florida State, and I started taking Russian classes on accident. I thought they were Spanish. It was back when you had to, remember when you had to dial into a class and you'd be like, class 7787 has been added. You'd be like, yeah, I got it! So I show up.
Bowden's teaching? I'm in.
It was a hot teacher. That was the first thing. The teacher was really hot.
Russian?
Really hot. No, she was American, and I sit down in the class. I didn't even realize, like, my third class, I was like, wait, I don't think this is Spanish. So they're putting up a new alphabet on the board. I look at the kid next to me. I go, hey, when did Spanish get a new alphabet? And he's like, this is Russian. I was like, hasta luego, baby. So I got up, and I go to leave. But before I can leave, the teacher, who's hot, goes, listen, I need you. I was like, I need you. She was like, no, I need you in this class because I need 14 kids to teach this class. You're the 14th. I need to teach this to get my master's. So if you sit back down, you don't have to do anything, and you'll get a C. I was like, Strasvutia, baby, I'm back. So I took Russian 1, 2, 3, and 4 and never learned a word. Took Russian 4
with the same
teacher. Same teacher.
Oh,
Russian 4 was taught in Russian. I sat in the class like an immigrant at the DMV all day, just like, I don't know. So, and Russian 4, same teacher goes, listen, we're going to Russia to study abroad.
Field trip.
If you go, it's for the summer. If you go, you'll get a minor. And I was like, hold on.
You get a minor in Russian without knowing it.
That's what I said to her. I go, listen, I can't speak or read or write the language. She's like, I'm well aware of that. She's like, I grade your tests. She's like, but it doesn't matter. We need kids to go on this trip to make this trip happen. And so if you go with the amount of classes you've taken and the ones you'll take in Russian, you'll get a minor. I was like, baby, that's all you needed to say. Let's go to Russia and start banging minors. So different minor, oddly enough. So
not the ones in the Canary area.
No, right. Yeah.
Those the young ones.
Chilean.
Right, you don't want to bang minors. They're dirty.
So we go to
kids.
Russia.
You're talking about kids.
I thought so, but
where do you go?
You seem okay.
Moscow. Where do you land?
We went to St. Petersburg.
Okay.
And so we get there, and she tells me, they tell us the very first night. Now, this is 1995. This is when the Russian mafia ran everything.
Right.
And they said that to us, like, the very first night. They were like, listen, we have paid off the mafia to keep us safe. In exchange for our money, they've given us 2 young gangsters. The word for that in Russian is banditi.
Okay.
These banditi are going to live with us. They're going to walk you to class. They're going to walk you on field trips. They're going to take you out to eat. They're going to do everything with us. But you're not to speak to them. They're in the mafia. You're not to look at them. You're not to engage them. You're not to interact with them. And in my head, I'm like, I've already decided they're going to be my best friends.
Right.
So the first night, I grab a bottle of vodka and a 6-pack of Baltica, which is their local beer. And I knock on the door. Igor and Sasha were their names. And they lived right next to me, oddly enough. So I knock on their door and across the street, across the hall from the hot teacher.
Did you knock and scratch?
No, I just knocked. And I had a sentence planned. I was going to say, Здравствуйте, меня зовут Bert, очень приятно. Я работаю кошка. Do you know what that means?
I think it means
You like
let's
to,
drink and I'll let you do me.
I'll translate
and
it.
get some booty.
No, my name is Bert. It's very nice to meet you. I work with cats. Meow. You know. It's the best I could do. I didn't know how to say anything else. I work with cats. Meow. So.
Did you know that's what you said?
I was trying to say something else, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Right. You were trying to say
the second that,
the pussy thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting it. Yeah. But that's exactly how it translates.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because the second the door opens and I'm face to face with a real Russian gangster with the tattoos and the white beater with the track pants and the cigarette, and he just looks me in the eyes and goes, "Shto." I panicked, and everything I planned on saying flooded out of my head, and all I said to him in Russian in his doorway was, "I am the machine." And he started laughing. He goes, "What did you just say?" And I was like, "I'm the machine." And he just starts giggling. He goes, "Come in and tell my friends." Brings me into a room full of 9 Russian gangsters drinking and smoking. And he goes, "Stop. Tell them what you said." Now I'm like, oh my God, what did I say? So I was like, I don't know. I'm pot committed. I just look at them. I go, "I'm the machine." They looked at each other, looked at me, and they're like, "He's the machine." So these guys, I became best friends with these guys. They were all
got hammered with them
every night, and they thought I was the funniest dude they'd ever met. Number one, I'm pretty funny, but number two, they had never seen any of the movies we all grew up on. So anytime I needed a joke, I just reached into Caddyshack quotes, dropped it on them and they would be like, "Who is this guy?" And Igor's like, "Here's the machine."
You have blue jean?
Yeah, I learned how to say fat guy in a little coat in Russian. I did that every single night. They're like, "This guy's hilarious." So one day we go to Moscow, and Igor tells me, he goes, "I can't go to Moscow." I said, "Why not?" He goes, "Different mafia runs train, different mafia runs Moscow, but don't worry. I talk to Banditi, and they take care of you." Sure enough, he introduces me to my 2 new gangsters, Igor and Igor, and he says to him, "I wish I had a joke for that. That was really their names."
Right.
So
Sasha and 3 Igors. So
yeah,
far.
well, I guess there was not a lot of going out of the box naming your kids in Soviet Russia. I want to call him Richard Nixon. So the Igor says to the 2 Igors, he goes, "Guys, this is the machine. If you give the machine vodka, you'll have a great time." And the bigger the 2 Igors, looks like a kid on Christmas. It's like, "Oh, I can't wait to play with the machine." He grabs me, he goes, "The machine doesn't sit in coach. The machine sits in first class with us." And I'm like, that's what I'm talking
What's
about.
the rest of your class doing?
They go back to coach. I go to first
and
class.
they're not fighting with you?
You got to remember, I've been hanging out with these mobsters this whole trip. And so they were like, well, that's Bert is going to go hang with them. No one could say anything. They were running everything. They called all the shots.
Right.
So we go to first class. We start drinking hardcore. Here's a real gangster part, is as soon as the train takes off, everyone that works on the train comes in to pay their respects. The conductor walked in.
Whoa.
I swear to you right now, all my children, that's how honest this is. The conductor walked in, ripped off the stars and stripes to his shirt, hands them to me and goes, "This is a present for the machine." It would be an honor to do a shot of vodka with a machine. And I'm thinking, oh man, these machine stories might have gotten out of control.
Oh no.
What do they think I do? We drink all the booze. Big Igor stands up and he goes, "Machine, we go to the bar cart to get more vodka." I was like, I'm in the mob. I'll do whatever I want. We roll into the bar cart, just bam. And he says to me in Russian, he goes, "Machine, go behind the bar and grab bread." In Russian. And I understood him. I stopped for a second. I'm like, I'm learning.
Learning the language.
My way, not through flashcards and textbooks, but by joining the mafia. I'm behind the bar like, "Igor, I know what you said." He's like, "Good for you, machine. Can the machine find cheese?" And I was like, "Sam, cheese, I got it. Give me another one." He's like, "Grab vodka." I was like, "I already know that one. Give me another one." He's like, "Grab the money." I'm like, "Huh?" He goes, "Grab the money." And I realized at that instant we're robbing the bar cart. And I'm the one doing it.
You're breaking the law.
Cooked on phonic style. Yeah. I'm learning my way through a robbery. "I've got your bread, cheese, vodka. I'm the machine. Do svidanya." We walk out. 2 of my classmates see me, and they're like, "You are in so much trouble."
You just robbed the train.
Go back to the first class cabin. And within 5 minutes, the head chaperone of this train trip, not of the whole trip, just this train, she did not speak Russian. She was a 55-year-old English teacher who was single. Swings the door open and just goes, "It is important. It is important. I gotta paint the picture for you. Not really, but I need to let you know who she is." You're right. It's not important. I can take that out. But she hated me. She hated me before I robbed the train. So she swings the door open and goes, "This is over. You get up, mister, right now. What you have done is disrespectful. This is inappropriate. You stand up right now." And Big Igor takes a big sip of vodka, spits it in her eye, and goes, "No one talks to the machine like that."
What did she do?
Nothing. Shuts the door in her face, looks at me, and he goes, "Screw her. This is Russia."
Yes.
Don't worry, machine. When it gets dark,
Pound it out, machine.
he goes, "Don't worry, machine. When it gets dark, we have good time." I'm like, what are we doing when it gets dark?
Oh, my God. You've already robbed a train.
Reaches into his pocket, pulls out a ring of keys, and he goes, we're robbing the whole train. And I would love to tell you that my moral compass steered me in a different direction.
You robbed
but
a
in
train.
those but sometimes you just got to rob a train. I mean, look, here's the deal. When in Rome,
robbed a train.
I looked him in the eyes. I go, let's start with my class. So we robbed them first. We robbed my whole class. We robbed my whole class, and then we robbed the rest of the train, and then we just drank like gangsters.
So wait, the class is watching. I'm going to kick your ass in Florida.
No, they were terrified. They were asleep, and then we just went in and robbed them. And if they did wake up, they were like, I was like, it'll be quick. It's like a Band-Aid. Just go back to bed.
They woke up.
This story
How much did you make?
I didn't get to keep any of it. Any consolation, we robbed me too, because my bag was with them. So we go back to first class and we drink the whole night. We pull into Moscow at 6 a.m. So drunk. We listen to Will Smith's second album in its entirety twice. Train stops. Sun's up. Door opens. Same teacher. Not mad. She looks at me and she goes, just want you to know they've alerted the police. And I look out and there's a cop on the platform who's taking a statement from my whole class. They're upset. Clearly they've been robbed. And apparently they don't know snitches get stitches. Right. And so Big Igor sees this and is like, don't worry, I make love to police's mouth for both of us. And I'm like, what? I'm like, I don't think I understood that. And he just walks out to the cop and starts yelling at him like screw you, we have love in your mouth, we have love on your body, we. I'm like, stop with the we stuff. Now the cop's just staring directly at me, and I hear him bark out in Russian, just directly to me, which I don't even know what that means, but It doesn't sound like, you're okay, stay there, everything's going to be worked out fine, you'll make love on my body. I walk to the cop, who's standing in front of the class I just robbed, next to the gangster I robbed him with. I get 10 steps away, slowing down, thinking this isn't how I wanted to spend my second junior year. The cop takes 5 big-ass steps and cuts the difference, grabs me tight as crap by the arm, spins me away from my class, away from my Igor, pulls me right up in his face, and he goes, so, I understand you're the machine. Nice, tonight you party with us. And I was like, hold on, I'm not in trouble. And he gets closer to my face, and he goes, no, screw her, this is Russia.
This is awesome.
So you go back? Can I tell you? Come here.
Does it get better?
Come here.
This is the one thing that I've been hesitant to share, but this is the coolest thing.
What are you hesitant to share after that?
So yesterday
I got a massive international robbery.
Igor's in town.
I got an email on Twitter from one of the girls on that trip. Where did it go?
From one of the girls from your class?
Yeah, one of the girls from my class. Here,
Unbelievable.
I'll just pull it up here.
Yeah, pull it up on your
put it on my phone. I got an email from her. And so, now, I got to be dead honest with you. I say this in 100% honesty. I'm a comedian. My only goal is to ever make you laugh.
Right.
When it comes to, the truth of a story, I don't get caught up in truth. I get caught up in funny. However, you got to imagine how shocked I was when I got this email from this girl, and she was like, oh, it's coming up. It's basically, she said, I just listened to the Machine story for the first time, and it's 100% true.
She's backing
on
you
Facebook, up. And then started posting pictures of all of it. And I was like,
really?
Yeah. No, that's not her. Here, this is her right here. Right here. This is, I'm not going to tell you her name, but you can go to my Facebook page and see it.
It's on there anyway.
Look, just read this out loud.
Bert just saw the Machine for the first time and laughed my ass off. I will testify that it is true, and I have pics from Russia to prove it.
I got to be dead honest with you. I was shocked. I was like, that story's true?
I thought I'd made up half of that.
It's so funny because when a story grows, and you remember your recollection is shady at best. And what's crazy is I've even run into kids that have been on that trip that I robbed that have come to my shows, and they're like, I love that story, man. It's true. It's 100% true. You want to know the real crazy part? On the train, we had to take that same train home.
Back?
Yeah. And the teachers pulled me aside, and they're like, you need to drink with those guys again because whatever happened, no one got hurt.
Right.
So, whatever you did, do it again. So, it was
now
fine.
You're caught in the...
Yeah, everyone had their money in those hidden, where everyone hid everything.
The money belt.
Yeah, but we didn't rob it again. They just took pictures of me on the toilet. They'd never seen that. So they just kept taking pictures of me on the toilet thinking.
Did you stay in touch with the Igors?
No. I haven't stayed in touch with anyone. I haven't stayed in touch with anyone. It's only because I started telling that story that people have reached out to me that were in that class.
Oh, we need to reunite you with the Igors.
There's no way they're alive.
Really? You think they're all gone? It was just too bad.
No way. Those guys partied hard. It was. And
you're the second guy. I mean, the guy that I heard that did a similar thing. It wasn't through college. It was just after. He got into selling the used ATMs here. They're, like you said, they're behind.
Yeah.
So the original like ATMs that we'd have are passed up. They're buying them like.
He got in with the mafia.
Yeah, so he started
there.
selling there, and next thing you know, I get a call from him. He's like, I'm on this yacht with these guys. He's got a middle guy. He's going to die. He's going to die.
We went.
He had to leave.
Same class. I remember one morning I wake up. It was the Russian May Day, I think is what it is, like the New Year's for them, or something like some big parade, like their 4th of July. And everyone goes out on the Kiev River and on boats. It's like a big deal. So I go over. I know we're going on a boat. We got a boat for our whole class. So I go over to Igor's room. And all his friends are there. They're all drinking. They've been up all night, and they're eating dried fish. And there's cases of Baltica, their beer. And I go, hey, I'm ready for the boat. And Igor's friends laugh. And I go, what's so funny? He goes, no boat. I said, what? He goes, we got no boat. I have no boat. Who said the boat? I have no boat. And I said, well, I think my whole class is out there in ponchos and wristbands waiting for this boat ride. Like, everyone's really excited about the boat. And he goes, I have no boat. Everyone's like, where's boat? I have no boat. And I said, well, what are we going to do? He goes, I just get to the dock and go, oh, no boat. And so the teachers come. They're like, Igor, you ready? He goes, yes, let's go to boat. And so we all pick up the stuff. And I know we're walking to a dock that's empty, right? We're walking with all the beer, all this dried fish. All of a sudden, out of a side street comes one of Igor's friends. And he goes, Igor, we got the boat. And Igor's like, we got the boat? And he's like, we got the boat. We show up, and there is a perfect boat waiting for us as if they had planned it 8 months ago. It is the most perfect boat ever. And Igor goes, everybody on boat. So we get on the boat, and the dockmaster comes by, and he goes, hey, I need to see papers for boat. And Igor's friend lifts his shirt up and shows a gun, and he goes, here are my papers. And the guy goes, great, have it back by 3. So we stole a boat. My whole class stole a boat. No one knew it. We go, and the teachers pulled me aside, and they're like, listen, Igor's friend, I told my head teacher, I go, Igor's friend's got a gun, just giving you a heads up. And she was like, you just drink with them down the bottom. So I had to drink in the bottom of the boat with these guys. And we just drank, and I just kept them laughing. I just basically was quoting Tommy Boy and Caddyshack.
Did it ever get old? Did you feel like, I'm trapped?
I got to get out of here.
No.
Nice.
That's
yeah,
good.
I don't think it could.
There was one night. This is I love telling these stories now. Now that I know they're true. There was one night.
2 and 2 together.
I talked to Rogan about this, and because I went to play pool one night. There was like a gambling place where you could play. I don't remember how much of this is accurate, but you could. I know one thing is, but you could. I think you could play.
Blackjack.
No, what's
Poker?
what's the one where you solitaire? You can play solitaire by yourself. You buy the deck of cards for $35, and every card you got above was worth $5, roughly. That was one game you could play, and then one game you could play was this huge pool table. Joe said it's like snooker or something, but it's more balls than normal and slop counts. But I thought it was regular pool, and you had to call your shots. So the rule was you pay $35, and every ball you sink is like $5, and then every ball he sinks is $5, and he plays for the house.
Right.
So I play the first round, and I call my shot and I miss, and then he just starts running. You know when you run a pool cue through,
right,
and the balls just go, and he just starts doing that, and they start sinking, and I was like, whoa, you didn't call it. And he's like, no need, no call. And he just starts, and he runs the table, and I go, anyone can do this. So I go, I'm playing again, another $35, and I kill him. I destroy him. One round, I'm just like, I know how to cheat. So I do it, and so I start winning big, and then I start doing Tom Cruise Color of Money moves, like a samurai. Yeah, and so Igor and all his friends are laughing until they suddenly stop, because I've won like 4 games in a row. And Igor comes up to me and goes, start losing. I go, what? And he goes, you're American with a pocket full of money. You're going to get killed.
Oh, man.
And he goes, lose all your money. And then I started losing, and then the guy I was losing to the house, he started doing the same moves back to me. Like he was doing my moves back to me. In my head, I'm like, you're a hack. It's from Tom Cruise, you jerk. Come up with your own moves.
Come up with your own stolen
I stole
moves.
those first. And so we lost all the time. It was that trip was insane. I got offered to do it for a movie, but it was really interesting. The guy was like, I don't want that story. I want you as the character of, because he's like, the guy that can get involved with the mob and rob a train and get away with it is the character I want. Yeah. He's like, I want you to do anything. So yeah, it's that Russian trip.
Somebody
cool.
posted a song on your Facebook page that says it's from that trip. Here's the song.
Oh, shut up. That's DJ. Oh, shut up.
This is your new walk-up music, by the way.
Yeah,
you're hitting the stage with this tonight.
I love that. Oh my God, I remember this song. Oh, rewind it. I used to make them laugh so hard because ba-da-da, and he goes ba-da-da. Oh my God, this part coming up right here.
Bert Kreischer.
I love this. That is insane. My whole class is coming together. We should do a reunion trip.
Bring him in. Bring
no,
him all down
I don't
here.
want. I don't want. Like I'm so nervous.
Let's pay him back.
Because they sent me pictures. That guy DJ, this guy right here, that posted that song. That song used to make me laugh so hard. I'd get drunk and I'd laugh hysterically. That, and I'd have the girl play an accordion, and I'd have her play "So You Wanna Be Free," and she didn't know what she was playing. I was like, "You saying?" But
That's brave.
Yeah.
It's insane. Bert is at Stand Up Live all week, and that was entertaining for a full hour, man. That was awesome.
That was a lot of fun. I really feel like I gotta go back and look at all those. Wait till you see the teacher. She's so hot.
All right, I'm gonna look at your pictures. I may be masturbating to Bert Kreischer's Facebook
you'd
tonight.
be connected for some reason.
The best. This is the best. Is one night those two cops. I didn't go out with them in Moscow because I was scared. But then they came to St. Petersburg, and Igor was like, "You got to go out with them. They came down to party with you." So like, "You like strip club?" And I was like, "Did we beat you guys in the war?" Yeah, I like strip clubs. So we go to the strip club. We get hammered, all of us. Me, two cops, and a plastic surgeon. And at the end of the night, we're so drunk. We leave the place, and the cop throws me the cop keys. He goes, "You drive." And I was like, "I'm not driving a cop car drunk in St. Petersburg." And he starts giggling, going, "Why not? I am police. What's the worst that could happen?" I was like, "Screw it. I'm the machine. Let's do this."
Bert Kreischer at Stand Up Live all weekend long. I don't know if you've got any energy left after. That was awesome.
I'm going to go work out.
Yeah, go. You're the machine. The machine all weekend.
My name is Tarzan. I can get you a submarine. It's another great warlord, Tarzan. Tarzan, he was out of Miami. That guy sold submarines. Man, we have come full circle. The drug subs.
Yes.
Let's get us a submarine.
You two stop it. Stand Up Live all weekend. Bert Kreischer's there if you want to go. StandUpLive.com. It's probably already sold out.
480-719-6100 is the
Thank you, sir. You did our job for an hour today.
God, I had so much fun in here.
You're awesome.
And I don't feel like I regret anything.
Well, not yet. Yeah, till that meth head calls.
I'm the machine.
The meth head calls your wife and starts over again.
Oh, my wife was calling.
Oh, no. Don't say that.
Don't answer that drip.
I'm online listening to 98. No.
It's 98 KUPD.
Get loaded with Holmberg's Morning Sickness at 98KUPD.com.